Welcome to the special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access.
Coming right up. Good. DA. Well, tremendous athleticism. Thanks, DA. A look at the Magic starting group. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3. And for Miami, Bam Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at point guard. Now here's Butler. Boy, he just disappeared against Charlotte. And they really needed him. Robinson against Vucevic. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris, and just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel, how much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us, come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season, because the healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be. Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine, Kev.
Now, here is Robinson. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
And Vucevic has got the ball here for Orlando. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
To the left wing. Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. No good from outside. The Magic have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Augustine finds Gordon. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Gordon's got his second bucket of the night. Here's Nunn. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
And it's Butler missing.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Well, a bit reckless right there. That's a second foul, and he can't afford to pick up a third.
Ross is checked in for Ennis. Augustine passes to Vucevic. Back to Augustine. Kicks it out to Gordon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good. Now the Heat take it the other way. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Miami. They've had a great season, and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, Orlando sitting there 4 spots below.
Man, looking at the Magic, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them, Greg. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, Greg, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And you look at Jimmy Butler. Goes about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
The Heat making a switch here. Olynyk's checked in. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon. Markelle Fultz is checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Carter Williams in for Augustine.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Hits it from three-point range.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Carter Williams feeling it out a bit. Inside. Birch kicks to Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now, here's Olynyk. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Fultz, and finished off by Fultz.
Well, this has to contribute to Markelle Fultz's confidence, showing right there he can get through the defense.
To the paint. Here's Crowder. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Here's Bamba. A shot off that time. And so it's the Orlando Magic sitting with a comfortable lead up. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court.
I worked extremely hard.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. And a very convincing performance from the Magic so far.
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. They've got Dragic. Myers Leonard is out there with Olynyk. And there's Iguodala. And it's Silva in at the small forward position.
I'll tell you, the next step for Mo Bamba will be more muscle, but he finishes through contact right there.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, the presence of mind from Kelly Olynyk, knowing someone's open, finds him quickly.
Carter Williams, the pass to Bamba. Back to Carter Williams. Good ball movement here by the Magic. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. The Heat trail by 16. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Nunn. Hunted by Augustine. Fires top of the key. Nunn can't get it to fall.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to the Bulls. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage. Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. Robinson's checked in for the Heat. Adebayo kicks to Robinson. This one for 3. Drills it from outside. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. A little interesting, Doris, to see how these NBA players that come into the league looking one way physically and they leave looking another way, they change their bodies over the course of their career.
Kevin, you talked about this earlier. These players commit to their season over the course of 365 days. Virtually no offseason. Think about the reigning MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who adds 50 pounds of muscle from the time he enters the NBA. Or the other side of the equation, right? A Yusuf Nurkic or a Marc Gasol who drop weight, Kevin, to enhance their quickness and their stamina. These guys are so committed.
They are.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Capable of finishing off the drive. I love how determined Nikola Vucevic looks when he puts the ball on the deck.
So it's Miami now after the Magic pick up 2. Jones kicks to Robinson. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Robinson's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
That one drops for him.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Magic leading by 7. Now Augustine. Here's Gordon. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Outer dishes to Jones. And another basket for Miami.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Here's Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
And you can sense them just starting to squeeze and shrink this lead a little bit.
There's 42 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Robinson misses. Magic have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Augustine against Adebayo. Here's Vucevic, and it's blocked. They retain possession. Gordon kicks to Ennis. Pass to Fournier. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of the game. Step back and squared up. Heroes got himself on the board with 3 there.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
To the middle. Here's Vucevic. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. What a start it was for Aaron Gordon. He had 9 points and 3 rebounds. And that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Tipping off the second half, here's Steve Clifford's 5. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. 7 feet, 260 pounds. Vucevic has a big, strong body with great footwork inside, Doris, but he doesn't shoot a lot of free throws.
He doesn't, Kevin, and he can struggle at times to finish through contact. If he were a better leaper, I think he'd get to the line more. This guy is just so smart and elusive with his footwork. So this is a big-time player now, make no mistake. Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes. Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
Here's Ennis. And it's Miami with the rebound. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that'll be the third of the fourth straight at home.
Well, gentlemen, you know the expression go big or go home. Jimmy Butler attacking with ferocity.
Now here is Augustine. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Terrence Ross is checked in for the Magic. 90 seconds now into the second half. Augustine finds Fournier, and here's Gordon. Can't get it to fall. Butler against Augustine. Here's Jones. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Jones has got 6.
Well, terrific floor awareness from the crafty swingman. Jimmy Butler playing the role of facilitator. Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
And Vucevic throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Jones. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Way to create just enough separation to get that shot to go.
Well, to me, that's about skill overcoming size. And how about the fearlessness at the offensive end?
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Butler. Then for the Magic. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Ken Birch comes in for Gordon. And it's Carter Williams in for Augustine.
Boy, you better keep the 7-footer Mo Bamba away from the cup. What an easy finish.
And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Iguodala. No good that time. The Magic go the other way with it. They led by as many as 18 points. Bamba with it. Leonard picks him up. The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Nunn. To the inside. Ross with the steal. Now here's Carter Williams. He's guarded closely. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And here's Iguodala outside. And Bamba pulls it down. Magic leading by 10. Ross with a wide open look. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
We call that making it quick work, Kevin. A chance to start the break, and they take it. Ross is hard to slow down.
Good ball movement here by the Heat. And that one's good. Leonard.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
1:04 left to play in the third. Carter Williams with it. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Passes to Bamba. Here's Birch with his first shot attempt. Great positioning on the putback.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Iguodala, the pass to Olynyk. 35 seconds left in the third. Can't connect from 14 feet out. Ross for 3. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. We've got 28 seconds left in the third. Iguodala outside. There's the pass to Nunn. Here's Olynyk. Orlando grabs the miss. Bamba's got his 5th rebound in this one. And there's the call on Jones. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Birch. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Carter Williams kicks to Ross. Fires from deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Orlando with a sizable lead as the... And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Hero out there with Dragic. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Silva in at the 4 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And here's Fultz after the three-pointer from Goran Dragic. Fultz dishes to Gordon. Good! And the Magic lead by 15. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical, thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
That's a good way to look at it. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment. I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Dragic looking for an opening, but 3. Dragic with another miss.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Robinson's checked in for Hero. Time to change for the Magic. DJ Augustine's checked in for Ross. Now here is Augustine. Now here's Dragic, the fast break opportunity. Here's Silva. A second chance effort, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Now here is Augustine. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Kicks it to Vucevic. 6 on the shot clock. Fultz, no good. The Heat trail by 14. Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
Here's the one thing, you know, off the ball, Butler is good, but with the ball in his hands, turn the lights out.
Pass to Ennis. Augustine against Robinson. Pass to Fultz. He dishes it to Gordon. Crafty move. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Boy, how about the tenacity of Aaron Gordon? So good at being assertive and taking over the offense when necessary.
Now here's Dragic. He kicks it to Robinson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Of course, here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive #1 pick, he's going #1 regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help those teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Well, you love it, Kevin. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Here's Ennis following the score by Miami. Back to Fournier. Through the three-point line, it's Augustine. Rebound by the Heat. To the middle. Here's Robinson, and it's Miami with another.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
Augustine passes to Vucevic. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And Kev, this is exactly what you expect from DJ Augustine. This is why coaching staffs love him. He makes everyone better.
They recover it.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
That free throw, no good. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
Now, here's Fournier. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Back to Augustine. From outside, off the mark. And here are the Heat. A 12-point game. Floats it up for Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
So much of that was the timing. Butler finishing, as you might expect from this guy.
Pass to Vucevic. The tray. Ennis misses. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Butler, here we go. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, that's the level of tenacity that Jimmy Butler brings to the game. Finishes through contact as well as anyone, maybe short of LeBron James.
There's 21 seconds left in the game. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Now the pass to a one-do. The Magic again can't hit. Hill looking it over. Over Fultz. Keeps it alive. So the Magic win it. A narrow win under Jeff. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The NBA 2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your My Career by jumping in and trying out the My Player Builder. To start off, you have the option to download the My NBA 2K21 mobile app to scan your face into the game.
The Chicago River winding it. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Orlando. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And checking out Chicago, a few slots below them.
And I think for the Magic, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year, anyway.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. And for Chicago, Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's White in at the point guard position.
Boy, a terrific find. Levine plays mostly the 2, but he came into the league as a point guard.
Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
And so here is Chicago following the bucket by Orlando.
And Markkanen is a low down inside close to the bucket. When he's got nice positioning, he's really comfortable inside.
Now here is Augustine. His last outing, 16 points for him. Vucevic, the shot, no good. Good work defensively by Carter.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Far toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall, others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that professional perspective. I'm a pro. I'm doing what I've always dreamed of doing. I'm getting paid well to do it, and I'm going to focus on getting better each day.
Excellent perspective. It's tipped. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Fultz with the ball, and it's Carter picking him up.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
And that one's good by Porter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Magic trail by 10. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Pass to Levine. Corner shot. No good off the back of the rim.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And there's the call on James Ennis. That's his first foul. Chicago making some changes. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Satoransky comes in for Porter. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Now, here's Satoransky. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And there's the pass to Dunn. Back to Levine. 4 on the clock. Here's Cornett. The putback, and Markkanen on the follow.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Ennis kicks to Fultz. Inside. Vucevic to the pass to Ennis. There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Chicago with the ball. A 14-2 run over the last bit. Cornett passes to Levine. Dunn looking over the floor. Left side, Markkanen. Dishes it to Levine. 17-foot shot on the way. Misses the hole, and he's now 3 for 4.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Now, here's Fultz. 14 points from him the last game against Chicago. Back to Vucevic. It's Fournier on the wing. Tries again. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
The defense looking helpless here. Fournier is solid as going despite getting hit. Really strong playing through contact.
Markkanen down low. Defended by Gordon. Back to Markkanen. Count it. Markkanen's got 8 points.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. It's Chicago up by 12. From the United Center in Chicago.
This will be a rotation player.
And with the importance of the 3-ball nowadays, Greg, a great goal for Ennis.
He possesses length and athleticism on the wing, and if he can reliably knock down the triple, he's a consistent rotation player in this league.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And the Bulls guys have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Chris Dunn is out there with Valentine. Then it's Young, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3 slot. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. And the Bulls making a change here. Harrison's checked in, and a switcher also for Orlando. Ross is checked in.
Outstanding concentration that time from Gordon. So good at staying focused on the basket, even when the defense is on it.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. White is checked in for Chicago.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Harrison passes to White. And the Bulls with another miss. The Magic trail by 8.
Well, we've seen Vucevic expand his offensive repertoire, guys, adding to his old school post game. He's now demonstrating perimeter shooting and playmaking ability, and that's opening some eyes.
It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman, Fournier, solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
Outside, White. Back to Valentine. Here's Hutchison, defended by Gordon. Hutchison's shot is off. And Clark, as Vucevic has stepped out from that mid-range to beyond the arc, it's paying dividends.
Yeah, not only is he shooting the three-point shot when he steps out there, but it spaces the floor and opens up things for his teammates, and he's proven himself to be a pretty good passer. The face-up game proving just as effective as his post-up game, which makes him a hard cover.
So for the Bulls, Carter comes in for Chandler Hutchison, and Porter subbed in for Valentine. Orlando also making some changes. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Cam Birch comes in for Gordon. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Evan Fournier. Here's Carter-Williams, and Carter-Williams slams it in.
Well, I tell you what, you got to give credit to how committed and intentional Carter-Williams is in taking it to the hole. I mean, nobody's going to slow him down. That guy is determined.
White against Augustine. To stop the drought, here's Carter. It's hauled in by the Magic.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Magic go the other way with it. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
Augustine dishes to Bamba. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 3 assists now in this one. There's 53 seconds left in the second quarter. And that one's good, Harrison.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Augustine passes to Bamba. Now, when you look at Mo Bamba, with his size, around 7'1" in height, Clark, the longest wingspan, arm span ever measured at the combine, he can dominate inside.
And you know what, guys? The scary thing is he's got room to fill out. He's got room to add good muscle and weight to that frame. And once he does, he's going to be a nightmare to deal with.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Lowry Markkanen comes in for Thaddeus Young. Zach LaVine's checked in for Shaquille Harrison. And Zedaransky subbed in for White.
Big fella running the floor. I love it. Markkanen showing you he can be determined to beat everybody down the floor.
Bamba finds Ross. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Porter. And that would have counted, but his... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. Lowry Markkanen had a huge first quarter. He had 10 points, 4... And that...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Lowry Markkanen having a dominant impact in this game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward. Carter. It's good on the putback. And the Bulls lead by 5.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's his first foul. Clark, you were so prolific in so many areas of the game. Which part of basketball came the easiest for you?
I think the rebounding piece. I always had a knack for sniffing out missed shots and had the size and timing and hands to chase down rebounds. But that was probably the strength of my game and the most unique part of it at an early age. And then the ball handling. My dad was 6'4" in the 50s, which meant he pretty much played inside, and he drummed into my head and my heart. Make sure you can handle that ball. So from the time I started playing, I was dribbling and making sure I could handle it, and it served me well during my playing career.
Fournier finds Bamba for the tie. Dean with the rebound.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Basket counts. Levine's got his second bucket of the night.
You know what you get there? Levine's strong enough now to take on contact. Able to complete the play.
And the dunk by Bamba.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. Two hands and down.
Carter kicks to White. Back to Carter. White against Augustine. Shoots from the line. Great D that time from Vucevic. And it's Ennis with the ball for the Magic. It's a three-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Count it, good.
You know, Augustine is a scoring point guard. He's crafty, but he's highly skilled, and he knows how to put the ball in the hole.
And White kicks to Levine. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's White. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Vucevic.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's foul number 2 for him. So for the Bulls, Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. Valentine comes in for Levine, and Chris Dunn subbed in for White. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Ken Birch is checked in for Vucevic. Ross comes in for James Ennis. Markelle Fultz is checked in for Fournier. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
It's a hand on it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And it's 6 points for Wendell Carter.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Chicago. Satoransky comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Clark, he's checked in for Orlando. Chicago leading by 3. Valentine dishes to Dunn. Here's Cornett. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Cornett's got his first 2 points.
Well, one thing you like there is the extra pass. Evidence that the game is starting to slow down for Dunn.
And Fultz gets it to go.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Carter-Williams against Dunn. Pass to Satoransky. Over Fultz. That misses off the backboard. The Magic trail by 3. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Ross passes to Birch. Lets it go. Drained for 2 points.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Valentine with it. Here's Cornett. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game. And now let's take a listen on head coach Steve Clifford.
Well, we're doing well. Great job. Show your hands.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Harrison out there with Satoransky. And it's Young, and it's Hutchinson in at the small forward spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
And for a guard, Carter-Williams has a lot of size. And he uses it well, especially in the post.
Offline with his 3. Orlando leading. Here's Fultz, and finished off by Fultz.
just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Magic.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressor.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Luke Cornett. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. And the Magic making a change here as well. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Clark. Carter Williams with the bucket.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
LaVine kicks to Satoransky. Feeds to Young. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
Well, you've got to respect Young's pump fake on that play, and he knows you have to respect it, and did a good job to get to the line.
Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And the number 1 pick in 2017, Markelle Fultz out of Washington, 6'4". Clark, do you think he's more of a point guard or a 2?
Well, you know, at Washington, Kevin, I thought he showed the ability to score and assist at a high level. Coming out of college, I thought he had a chance to be really dynamic in both areas. Time will tell if that's the case, but I think playing the point could take some of the pressure off of his shot as he regains confidence in that part of his game.
Magic leading by 3. Carter Williams kicks to Fultz. Over LaVine. Fultz, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Allen's position, you can see the frustration on his.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford had to say to his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. The kick out to Porter. Over Ross. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Orlando leading by 3. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That'll be his second foul of the game. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. James Ennis comes in for Terrence Ross. Evan Fournier's checked in for Markelle Fultz. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Carter Williams.
And Vucevic is just a gamer, somebody who accepts the responsibility of coming up big when his team needs it.
White against Augustine. A putback, LaVine on the follow. LaVine's got 4 points in the quarter.
Tell you what, we've got a game. I like that LaVine's rising to the challenge as things get tight.
And he gets the bucket.
Hey, and when you're small of stature, you have to be a fearless competitor. And Augustine is all of that. Ready to take any shot. Doesn't matter what point of the game it's at. He's ready to step up.
Orlando, they've gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. Gordon, the pass to Vucevic. Rebound by the Bulls. Markkanen's got his 6th rebound on the night. And LaVine, here we go. Right side, White. All sorts of time. That's good. And it's LaVine with the assist. LaVine's got 3 assists tonight.
And hey, when you're a big shot maker in college, that often carries over to this level. Certainly as for White.
Ennis taking his time here. Nice move. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in.
Guys, Augustine's so good at staying under control on these difficult finishes. Great focus from the veteran.
Outside, Levine. To the paint. Here's Carter. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Carter hits them both.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
White against Augustine. Kicks it out to Gordon. Orlando moving the ball around. Now Augustine. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Good!
And it's real easy to see why they turn to Vucevic when the game is close. I mean, he knows how to step up in the clutch.
Outside, Levine. The putback. Markkanen trying to break loose. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Augustine. He dishes it to Fournier. Here's Ennis. Gordon. And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotion.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one. In the NBA 2K21 demo,
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over before with, well, great attitude. His work inside, a big part of the DA. Thanks. A look at the Magic starting group. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3. And for the Cavaliers, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point. Now here is Augustine. And tonight, Frank, classic battle of pivot men. Talk about some of your favorite center matchups historically.
Well, we hear a lot and we see a lot in terms of the nostalgia of Wilt Chamberlain going up against Bill Russell. I remember years watching in front of the television Hakeem Olajuwon playing against David Robinson in some Western Conference battles. I don't know that we're going to see that much in the next 4 or 5 years, Kevin. We know where the game is going, and those post matchups end up becoming somewhere near the three-point line nowadays.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And there's the call on James Ennis. That's his first foul. And so it's Cleveland with it. It's a 5-point game. And just about a minute into the first quarter. And here's Augustine. His last outing, 16 points for him. Left side, Gordon. It's good. The assist that time for Menace.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Drummond working against Vucevic. They need this, and it's Drummond missing.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
And Augustine kicks to Ennis. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. They get it again.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Double clutches. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here. DJ Augustine picks one up. You know, some people, Brent, have compared the hard-nosed Colin Sexton to Russell Westbrook. What do you think?
I think that might be overshooting it a little bit. Russell is Russell, quite frankly, but at 6'2" with those long arms, is he a bigger version of maybe Eric Bledsoe, who played his early years with the Clippers and now with the Bucks, where he can get out and defend, use that body and size a little bit to bowling ball his way into the interior and make some things happen.
And stolen by Fournier. Pass to Gordon. Finished off the break. Gordon's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And now Orlando on the break. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. The pass to Augustine. Gordon. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to Chicago. And that one's good. Osman.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
At the elbow, Vucevic. Outside Fournier. He kicks it to Augustine. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. And here's a look at the numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. And a change for the Magic. Ross is checked in. Porter with the steal. Here's Dellavedova. Great D that time from Vucevic.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Now here's Gordon. He's got 8. Vucevic.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Exum's shot is off. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Orlando. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Orlando making some changes. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Fournier. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. It's the Magic just dominating this one. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, we've seen the Magic really take control here.
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic start in the second. Ross and Gordon are the wings. And there's Fultz, and there's Mohamed Bamba, and it's Birch in at the 4. For 3, Gordon. Kept alive Orlando. Birch the pass to Ross. Birch kicks to Fultz. Dishes it to Ross. Michael Carter-Williams checked in for the Magic.
That's his first personal foul. Magic substitution.
Pass to Ross. Here's Birch. It's stolen by Nance. Now, here's Garland. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Passes to Windler. Garland kicks to Porter. Cleveland moving the ball around. Pass to Garland. Now Porter fires for 3. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc. You think about the Cavs and the 2 MVP awards that were won for that franchise. Of course, that was LeBron James in back-to-back seasons, both in 2009 and 2010.
Nance banked in off the glass.
I'd like to see Larry Nance Jr. keep working on the interior part of his game. Shots like this can help his confidence.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December, and then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Porter with the steal. Sexton the pass to Windler. Back to Sexton. Wide open look. Porter outside. Orlando grabs the miss. Bamba's got his 4th rebound in this one. And then in 2013 with Miami, LeBron Brent finished one ballot shy, burning all the MVP votes.
We wouldn't see a unanimous MVP winner until Steph Curry did it in 2016. But just as impressive, if not more so, LeBron James with a total of 4 MVP trophies over a 5-year span.
Carter Williams, the pass to Ross. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. And that's now 9 points for Terrence Ross. Here's the 3. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The pass to Ross. Back to Carter Williams. Puts up a 3. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
Carter Williams kicks to Ross. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ross has got 9 points in the quarter.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Eddie Osman, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Orlando making some changes. Gordon, the pass to Ennis. Lets it go from deep. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. Hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
They get the rebound. Outside Fournier. From deep. Bangs home the trifecta. Fournier's got 8.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
The Magic have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Shot and game clock separated by 5 and stolen by Drummond. Here's Porter. That's in there. Love with the assist. Porter's got his first points of the game.
Love has a knack for recognizing when a teammate's going to break wide open.
Fournier gets a wide open look. Off target from outside. Here's Osman. He gets it up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, out in front of the half is Orlando. They are completely in control of the game. And
there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Terrence Ross with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the center position. And it's Love with the ball for Cleveland. Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, do you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year. Not in any given game. So it's very, very...
No kidding.
Very, very minimal what happens. But what I like is that, players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock. And I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
More strategy.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Now Ennis. He's got 6. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Drummond passes to Love. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, what will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point. But he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing. And Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to.
Exum, he's checked in for Kevin Love. Hamid Bamba, he's checked in for Orlando. Fultz comes in for Ennis. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
And Orlando making a change here. Moss is checked in. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. Kept alive Orlando. For 3, Fournier. No good, shot missing. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Now here's Exum. Defense right on him. Puts it up from 17. Kept alive.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Here's Garland. No good from outside. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Porter's checked in. And a change for the Magic. Carter Williams is checked in. Kicks to Fultz. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. For 3, Ross. Magic working now with the new shot clock. Fultz, the pass to Bamba.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one falls for Bamba.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Orlando's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Carter Williams with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Up again. And Vucevic kicks to Fultz. Vucevic trying to get open. And there's Fultz on the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Garland. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Right, you look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach. Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
There's Garland, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Cleveland's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And it's good, 2 points. Porter's got 4 points in the quarter.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
It's stolen by Nance, and they're pushing it up. Pull-up jumper, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
The hands, the anticipation. Nance Jr., a great job there, reaching out, tapping that ball away for the steal.
Carter Williams kicks to Fultz. Over to the wing. Here's Windler. And it's off from three-point range. And here's the fast break. Ross leading the way. The offensive rebound.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there. Yeah, so reliable. He clearly needs to be more involved in the offense as they try to shrink this lead.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge... And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And the Cavaliers call time here. Each team has a catalyst, Brent. Some guys are ball dominant. They play within the flow of the offense. Is there one approach better than the other?
Obviously, great coaches, Kevin, are going to find what it is that their best player does well. And as many times as I could get my best player into that situation, that's what I'm going to do. So if it's Harden in isolation, James Harden's going to be in isolation. If it's Steph Curry setting off-ball screens and relocating for threes, well, I'm going to do that too. So it all comes down to a fit with the player, his skill set, and how the coach wants to use that best.
So on the floor for Orlando, Michael Carter-Williams is out there with Frazier, and it's Vucevic, and it's a 1-2 in at the 3 spot. Once again off the mark, Orlando. The Cavaliers shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. Lets the 3 fly, and that one's good. Osman's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for Cleveland. Pass to a 1-2. And here's Vucevic. And it's Carter-Williams in the corner. Takes a 3. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist from Carter-Williams. Carter-Williams has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Garland. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Carter-Williams kicks to a 1-2. And stolen by Love. He's got a clear path. Here's Sexton. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Well, Kevin Love using his sneaky length that time to get the ball and possession for his team. When he's engaged, he can come up with some steals.
Frazier outside. Passes it to a 1-2. Magic moving the ball around. To the wing on the left. Just 5 on the clock. He kicks to Frazier. Shoots a 3. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle, you're going to react to it like, oh, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side up. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I tried to avoid that, Kevin. Quite
did
frankly.
you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
Pass to a 1-2. And stolen by Drummond. And here they come. Doesn't go for him. Nice D from Frazier. And so it's Carter-Williams. He'll bring up the ball for the Orlando Magic. Frazier kicks to Carter-Williams. 9 feet out. That shot is off. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Down low. And now Orlando on the break. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Ante Zizic is checked in for Andre Drummond. Bell comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Exum in for Colin Sexton. Exum passes to Dellavedova. Back to Exum for the 3. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. For Orlando, they've gone just 2 of 8 in this 4th quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout. a dominating performance for the Magic.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Vucevic.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
And it's Osman missing. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Clark for three. But they'll get another chance.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
To the left side wing. Here's Osman. On the three off target. Frazier outside. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the...
unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately, so.
A spectacular sub. Just got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Butler.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
So here's Miami's starting group. Jones is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the point. And for Orlando, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position. Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Jimmy Butler is so aggressive when he's sprinting down the floor. Few defenders have the ability to slow him down.
They double him with Butler. Well, Steve, a great time of the year. A number of teams battling for playoff position. Is home court advantage as important as it used to be, Steve?
Yeah, I think it is. I still think it comes down, if it's a Game 7, which we all want to see, you want it at home. You want to sleep in your bed. You want to be on your court. And I think it gives you advantage always.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Augustine dishes to Fournier. Back to Augustine. The Magic getting another chance here. Now the pass to Vucevic. A 3-ball. Augustine, no luck.
And maybe it's the adrenaline talking, but they're 1 for 4 to start this game. Need to settle down.
Robinson finds Butler. Shoots it up. The shot, no good. And Orlando the other way now. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. Nunn passes to Adebayo. Now here's Ennis, defended by Butler. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Augustine.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups. Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Nunn. That shot off. Great D that time from Vucevic. Orlando, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. It's blocked, and he's able to get it back. And the basket by Gordon. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Robinson left side. Fires the 3. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Where you always have confidence in the Heat organization is at the top. Pat Riley with 9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective.
Here's Butler following the bucket by Orlando. Lob pass to Gordon, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Nunn. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. You're right, Steve. You look at Riley's career, most people are just looking to accomplish one of the things he's done.
Kevin, he has a great mind. He's incredibly driven. He understands how to motivate people, and he understands what's important to focus on.
5 on the clock. Fournier dishes to Gordon. Goes up to the stripe. Some solid defense from Butler.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
If you're defending Jimmy Butler, you got to hit him harder than that.
Here's Vucevic. Yep, that one goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Shots good by Butler.
They're getting him shots in his spots. That's understanding your personnel.
Passes it to Vucevic. The shot missing. The Heat go the other way with it. Robinson with it. Defended now by Fournier. Nunn can't get it to fall.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
In transition, here comes Miami. Here's Adebayo. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Heat shooting their first free throws here for the night. And it's tied up with that one. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Carter Williams kicks to Bamba. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You like the extra pass. MCW using his height to see over the defense, and he finds the open man.
Again, the miss by the Heat. And the whistle blow is going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul. Back to Carter Williams. With 1 on the clock. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. You learn about Jimmy Butler. Difficult journey to where he is.
Basketball. That's that.
Boy, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remains so devoted to the game.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, and any day really, if you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
We've got Michael Carter Williams. He's out there with Fultz. Mohamed Bamba is out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Birch in at the power forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Now here's Iguodala. Following the miss by Mohamed Bamba. Hero, no good. Ross against Iguodala.
Oh! Yes! Yes! He has size, but the first step of Terrence Ross is what makes him so good on the drive. There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
And the 3 ball is good.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And here's Iguodala outside. Birch grabs the board.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Well, you know that Ross can throw it down. Nice one right there.
Now here's Dragic. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Carter Williams with the button.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And it's the Heat with the ball after the Magic pick up 2. Here's Iguodala. Olynyk trying to break loose. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Iggy is so creative down low, just overwhelming the defense with his athleticism.
And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
You know, the league is trying to maximize competition, Steve, and flatten the draft lottery odds has been one way to do it. Will that be enough, or is there still work to be done in that regard?
You know, I love the way they've done it so far, but I still think they can tweak it even more, and we'll get a better product on the floor where teams get a chance to compete for all 82 games. I like what I'm seeing right now.
The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And the Magic making a change here. Fournier is checked in.
You know, the comparisons to Rudy Gobert are understandable. Bamba's insane reach really helps on both ends of the court. Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Ross, that's good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Dragic looking it over. No good on the triple. Magic leading by 8. Here's Birch. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. pass to Dragic. From outside the arc, drains it from beyond the arc.
He's letting someone else be the catalyst. Goran Dragic has been working on his catch-and-shoot game.
Now here's Fultz. Defense is right there. Fires from 14. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
From deep, Iguodala. With the tip.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
When he gets a good look at the basket, Ross has no problem drilling a three.
And so here is Miami, trailing by 10. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. And Steve, over the last half decade, Andre Iguodala has been a force off the bench.
People get so worried about who starts a game, but who finishes a game is more important. During crunch time, you can always count on Iguodala. He's such a smart player who comes through when it matters.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Vucevic checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Gordon comes in for Cam Birch. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. Miami shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Adebayo is checked in for Andre Iguodala.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
James Ennis will check in for the Magic. Robinson's checked in for Miami. Now here's Fournier. Vucevic gets double teamed. The shot's good from Fournier.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Three-pointer, Butler. Orlando grabs the miss.
And they continue to control the glass.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
For Orlando, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. Heroes checked in for Robinson. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Nunn, guarded by Augustine. Now here's Butler. And there's the pass to Adebayo. Got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They did jump out to a lead in the opening. And
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Terrence Ross with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Miami, they've got Jones. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Robinson. And it's Nunn in a point.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
Fournier. Here's Gordon. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Jimmy Butler. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And it's blocked. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Jones. It's tipped. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And Ennis slams it in.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Robinson misses.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Fournier for 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound. The Heat trail by 14. Jones drives in. That one no good. Nice D from Fournier. It's deflected. Passes it to Ennis. He kicks it to Augustine. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
They are just killing them on the interior. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Carter Williams, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. Magic leading by 16. To the inside. Ennis kicks to Gordon. No good on that one. Now the Heat take it the other way. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Olynyk can't hit. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Orlando. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. And the shot goes in.
You know, MCW able to absorb contact much better these days than he has in the past.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Offensive rebound. No good on that one.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And it's Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon. Terrence Ross is checked in for Ennis. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. In the corner, Bamba with it. Back to Carter Williams. Fultz with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. Just 4 to shoot. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And let's check out the stats for Ross. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 9th in three-point field goal percentage. 15th in scoring, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And back to his efficiency from 3, as you said, he's top 10 in the league. Defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really to no avail.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Couldn't have been more obvious about it. That's just a lack of discipline, not the way you're taught to do it.
The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in. Heat also with a sub. Crowder, he's checked in for Olynyk. 1:02 left here in the third quarter. Kicks to Dragic. Takes the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Dragic has got 6.
Not really a long-range shooter, but Goran Dragic must be a priority for the defense on that play.
Crowder with the steal. Here's Hero. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the shot goes in.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Pass to Ross. Elbow shot. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. 14 points for him.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Leonard with the bucket.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Now Fultz. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Ross on the wing for three. He can't get that one. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier and Ross, here are the wings, and it's Fultz and at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Here's Hero, following the basket by Evan Fournier. Shots good by Hero. Sometimes, Smitty, you see someone make a pass and wonder, how did he even see that guy? I mean, it's amazing to me.
Yeah, I think Chris Paul leads that list. I think from a big, Jokic, Trae Young is a young guy, Ben Simmons, Doncic, those guys see the floor extremely well.
Magic leading by 13. Inside, Ross scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Now here's Fultz, following the shot by Myers-Leonard. Fultz looking around, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
First one falls for him. Orlando making some changes. Ennis, he's checked in for Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Then for the Heat, Adebayo is checked in for Leonard. Derek Jones comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Butler in for Hero.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Augustine.
Oh, my goodness. His 5th foul. One more, and he's done for the evening.
And Miami making a change here. Robinson's checked in. Vucevic to the pass to Ennis. They get it again. And Vucevic kicks to Fournier. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Magic leading by 14. And here's Augustine. Here's Vucevic, and too long on the shot. Right side, Jones. Outside, Robinson. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
A fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. And Butler with the second chance points.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
The pass to Ennis. They double him with Butler. To the middle. Here's Vucevic, and the shot goes down.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Here's none. After the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. None, that's good.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Magic leading by 11. We've got 1:28 left in the 4th quarter. Augustine from outside. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Jones off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Orlando's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. There's the triple, and there's Ennis on the assist by Augustine. And the Magic lead by 14.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Orlando.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Vucevic.
Boy, such a big factor in the game tonight. His intensity on the boards. Even when guys put a body on him, he somehow still beats them to the ball.
Passes it to Ennis. Fournier gets a wide open look. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Augustine with it. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. improvements: shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Spectacular suck. Just got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the 5. And for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the small forward.
Oh, he's just such a terrific offensive rebounder. I mean, Carter Jr. excels at using his big body to his advantage on the glass.
And the second chance effort by Gordon.
And how about the toughness? I mean, although undersized at that power forward spot, he just still finds a way to get the job done.
Got that one up quick. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of that?
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. And let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same, because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing and adding tournaments, letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games and the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games in my opinion.
Very interesting. Here's Levine. The Magic getting the bucket. And here's Porter. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. Doesn't get the full court heave to fall.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Yeah, what was that? Did he forget about? Very strange.
Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to Orlando. And the jam by Levine.
Absolute wrecking ball on the drive. I mean, Levine is all about dunking it with authority.
Here's Augustine. Markkanen pulls it in. The Bulls have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go home. Easy to see why Levine won the dunk contest in 2016. I mean, he has endless ups.
Gordon. Augustine against White. Vucevic to the pass to Gordon. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Orlando making some changes. Ross comes in for Ennis, and Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. The Bulls also changing it up. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And Satoransky subbed in for White. Chicago leading by 4.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game, Aaron Gordon, still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
Now here's Porter. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. 3 on the clock. Cornett can't get it to go. Orlando, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower pace system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
Here's Young, following the score by Aaron Gordon. Here's Satoransky. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
The Magic trail by 4. Here's Fultz. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Superb at switching gears at a moment's notice. Fultz is flat out awesome at driving inside.
For 3, Levine. It's hauled in by the Magic. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. Fournier for 3. Satoransky grabs the miss. Bulls have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Here's Levine. That one misses. Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Ross with a wide open look. Good on the 3-point shot.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
Back to Levine, and the jam by Levine.
Oh, what a wonderful dunker. Give Levine any opportunity to flush it home. He won't pass it up.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
So for the Magic, Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Cam Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Carter Williams in for Evan Fournier. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Young. Denzel Valentine comes in for Porter. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Levine. And it's done in for Satoransky. 9 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Carter Williams. There's the pass to Bamba. 2 on the clock. Off target at the rim. And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for the Orlando Magic. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Credit to coaching, GM. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter, but now it's paying off.
They've got Terrence Ross, Fultz is out there with Michael Carter-Williams. Then it's Bamba, and it's Birch in at the power forward position. That's the group start the second quarter for the Magic.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though. This team needs results.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Harrison scanning the floor. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
The activity from Bamba when he's playing with a high motor, watch out.
Here's Harrison. And the Bulls get it back. Second chance shot. Hutchison's shot is off. Orlando leading by 7. Fultz the pass to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
Solid court awareness. Leave someone open on Fultz squad and you're going to regret it.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Fultz. Here's Cornette. Orlando grabs the miss. It's Orlando's ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. And the call on the shot, it sends him to the line. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fast. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good-spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want...
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Satoransky finds Markkanen. And the Bulls with another miss. And it's Ennis with the ball for the Orlando Magic. Only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Fournier in the corner. 1:44 left to play here in the half. And it's good for 2.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put it.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
1:15 left to play here in the second quarter. Levine inside the three-point line. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now tonight to the paint. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pass to Levine. Inside. It's tipped to the inside. Markkanen. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
When you watch Larry Markkanen play, it's easy to see how easy it is for him to put up points. Attacks from all spots on the floor and has a great touch on that shot, especially for a man his size.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Young comes in for Carter, and Porter subbed in for Zach LaVine. Down low, here's Porter. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky.
That's the assertive attitude you like seeing from Porter. I mean, he knows he can sink shots off the pass.
Gordon goes in. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Markkanen can't get it to go. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Lets it go with a three. Chicago grabs the miss. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be the third game of this three-game road trip.
And unpredictability, really one of White's strongest traits, including when pulling up on a dime. Nice.
And so it's Orlando. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. What a start it was for Aaron Gordon. He had 11 points and 4 rebounds. And that should...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
So for Chicago right now, Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and LaVine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter at the three.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, Hot Man is going for the jugular.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from LaVine. Augustine passes to Vucevic. Back to Augustine. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Magic lead by 10.
No, but sometimes you don't need a haymaker, just a jab. You got to get those easy looks inside.
To the middle, it's stolen by Vucevic. Fournier gets a wide open look. They grab their own miss. Gordon fires the three. Fournier's shot is off. Bulls trail by 10. Carter right side. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. TJ Augustine picks one up. There's the talk about lowering the minimum draft age from 19 back to 18. And Chris, how much of a difference does that 1 year make in a player's maturity?
It makes so much difference. I mean, you're young, you're coming into a league, you're playing against grown men. Just physically, your body hasn't been able to catch up. How do you handle the travel, being away from your family? Many times this guy's first time being away from their families that long. So it is a maturity process, but at the same time, there's only such a few, and if you're one of the few that have the skill set and you're ready to come to this level, we should welcome you with open arms.
Now here's Carter Williams. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Bamba dishes to Fultz. Back to Bamba. Carter pulls it in. Bulls trail by 6. Bean passes to Markkanen. And the basket is good.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
Now here's Ross. He's covered closely. Here's Bamba. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got his 4th rebound in this one. It's stolen by Carter. LaVine kicks to Dunn. Bamba with the block.
The main thing you get with Bamba, imposing defender, shot blocker, alters everything in the paint.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now, here's Valentine. He's guarded by Ross. Dunn looking over the floor. Pass to Hutchison. 6 to shoot. Back to Dunn. He tries for 3. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year. But you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
Bulls trail by 8. Here's Young. Bamba with the block. It's stolen by Carter. Here's Hutchison. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Deep 2 from Ross. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Ross has got 7 points.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
It's Carter, high post. There's the dish to Young. And Young slams it home.
Well, easy look provided by Carter Jr. Always helps when your bigs can move the rock.
Now here's Fultz. Tight defense on him. And finished off by Fultz.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
It's tipped. Valentine with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Young. 14 feet away. It's hauled in by the Magic. Bamba's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And it's Gordon missing. Here's Dunn. And Dunn with the slam.
Point guard with major hops. Give Dunn room to fly. He will not disappoint.
For 3, Ross. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Orlando heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And so in the game for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3 slot. Now Augustine, stolen by Satoransky. And here we go, the Bulls fast break, and the call will be against Fournier. That's his first foul, and the Bulls making a change here. Markkanen's checked in. Fires from 14. The pass to Satoransky. Here's Young. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Young's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Bulls. Augustine against Satoransky. lets it go from 14. And it's put back in by Vucevic.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Harrison passes to Young. Now here's Satoransky. Gordon with the defensive effort.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And it's Vucevic missing.
Now, he hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing, he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
And Augustine kicks to Gordon. That's in. Augustine with the assist. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Harrison, who's guarded by Fournier. Launches it. The shot by Harrison, no good. Magic leading by 7. Stolen by Satoransky. Porter with it. Now guarded by Ennis. Tries it from 9. And the shot is good.
Running the floor to perfection. Love how marketing makes himself a huge target in these situations.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Satoransky looking around. And the layup is good. Now just a 3-point Magic lead. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. Now the feed to Gordon. The shot, no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Bamba is checked in for Aaron Gordon. Then for the Bulls. Carter, he's checked in for Young. Lean comes in for Harrison. And it's White in for Satoransky. And here's Ennis. Just 5 to shoot. The shot's good. And the Magic lead by 3.
Hit works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
But it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Levine can't hit. Stolen by Markkanen. Here's Carter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Vucevic.
And the potential Carter Jr. has is enticing. A multi-talented big who plays with the real competitive fire.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Tremendous job at the line, as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Augustine against White. Shoots from 14. Basket counts.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Fournier against Levine. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Oozing with confidence right now. You got to love seeing Levine capitalizing the clutch.
Three-pointer Augustine. Vucevic. It falls.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Levine deciding where to go with it. And stolen by Fournier. Vucevic with it. Now defended by Levine.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
Well, you're right. Time is of the essence. You got to move.
Augustine against White. From 15 feet away. The putback. It's in!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
And the call will be against Fournier. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
I mean, and when you think of Levine, I mean, his dunking ability comes to mind. I mean, he's proven to be an elite poster maker.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Augustine finds Ross.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5. Levine for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
And you need Levine to keep connecting from deep. When he does, the floor opens up big time.
And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. positive improvements: shooting, puck pickup, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a... Good evening and welcome to tonight's present. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point. And for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the small forward. Back to Augustine. Orlando moving the ball around. And it's sent back by Drummond. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. 4 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
You know, you talk about the explosive athletes in the NBA, the most explosive athletes. I would think Aaron Gordon has to be on your list. I mean, this guy has great feet, tremendous speed, and he puts both to use on both ends of the floor.
And that one's good. Osman.
You know, Love is, as we've seen, a solid passer for a big man. Great at breaking down the defense and firing the pass to an open teammate.
Fournier in the corner. Augustine passes to Gordon. Out to the right wing. It doesn't go for him. And Cleveland will come the other way. To the right side. Here's Osman. Misses the 3. And the athleticism is obvious for Gordon, but he continues, Clark, to still work on his skill game.
I love the fact that he's continuing to improve. He's grown as a shooter and a playmaker. He's always been a pretty good ball handler and passer, and we really forget how young he is, man. This guy still has a lot of room to grow.
Osman. And he banks in the layup.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's put back in by Vucevic.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Out to the right wing. Here's Osman. Vucevic with the block.
Get that weak stuff out of here. You can't come weak like that against Vucevic. He's going to send it back at you.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Over to the left wing. And it's blocked by Gordon.
Good defensive instincts there displayed by Gordon. Reading the shooter all the way and timing the rejection perfectly.
Orlando making some changes. Ross is checked in for James Ennis. And it's Fultz in for Augustine. Cleveland also making some changes. Nancy's checked in for Love. Porter comes in for Jetty Osman. And it's Dante Exum in for Sexton. And it's Exum with the ball, who will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yeah, they were really close right there. Just couldn't string together a few key plays to help get them over the top for the win.
Feeds it to Vucevic. Fultz the pass to Ross. Fournier for 3. Tips it, and it's put back in by Vucevic.
Establishes position with a strong base. You got to box out Vucevic better than that.
First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. And Garland has it in the corner. Shoots over Vucevic. It's hauled in by Gordon. Orlando trailing here. Fournier, that's for 2. They get it back.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
Here's Garland. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these 2 players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
Passes it to Thompson. Out to the wing. Now, here's Exum, guarded by Fultz. The kick out to Porter. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Here's Nance. And it's Orlando with the rebound. We've got 28 seconds left here in the first quarter. Over to the left wing. The wide open look here for Vucevic. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. And that's now 9 points for Vucevic. There's Garland. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Loss against Porter. And Cleveland making a change here. Eight seconds left in the first. Ross kicks to Fultz. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Man, I like the quick catch and release from Fultz. A confident shooter who's ready to fire as soon as he catches it.
And so it's the Orlando Magic. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Magic?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Osman outside at 3 with Nance down at the power forward spot. Porter is out there with Garland. And it's Thompson in at the 5. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. DJ Augustine's checked in for Fultz. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Love's checked in for Nance. And here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against Chicago.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
Bamba's shot is off. The Cavaliers trail by 6.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And Augustine kicks to Carter Williams. Augustine passes to Carter Williams. Bamba. Sexton grabs the board. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
Ennis, he's checked in for the Magic.
James Ennis.
To the wing right side. Pass to Birch. Now Bamba. He's guarded by Love. Right wing. Here's Ennis. And the rejection by Love. Carter Williams, the pass to Augustine. The shot that time, not on target. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Last time they met in Cleveland.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotaged them. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around.
Carter Williams kicks to Augustine. But they get it back. And it's Osman with the rebound. Wallace with it. Now defended by Carter Williams. Trying to get open is Thompson. Here's Love. It's good. This game is all even.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Carter Williams. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Carter Williams has got his first 3 points of the game. Well, how do you think great coaches go about making that connection with their players?
Well, it starts with being candid and holding the player accountable. Great players want to and need to be coached. And great coaches find a way to do that effectively for that individual and for the team.
Ennis passes to Birch. Back to Ennis. And Augustine kicks to Ennis. Magic moving the ball around. Here's Carter Williams. And the shot is long.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Here's Osman. 6 points for him. Shot clock at 5. On the wing, Thompson. Over Augustine. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. And Thompson throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Now, here's Sexton, guarded by Augustine. They get the rebound. Thompson. Back to Porter. Kicks it to Sexton. And Bamba pulls it down.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Sexton with the bounce pass. Back to Love. Pass to Osman from downtown. That falls. Great assist by Love. Love's got 3 assists in the game.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Augustine, no luck. And it's Love with the ball for the Cavaliers. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. 7-game road trip continues for them. That'll be game number 3. Carter Williams kicks to Augustine. And the pass to Ennis. From the arc. Hands it from downtown.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Jacks up a three. And no good in the last second attempt this time. So
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you a tremendous start for Nikola Vucevic. He had 9 points, 6 rebounds, and that'll do it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Well, Orlando shooting a meager 37% for the game. Selected with the 8th pick back in the 2018 draft, Colin Sexton, the main reward for the Cavs after the Kyrie Irving trade.
Sexton wearing the same number 2 jersey as Irving doesn't feel the need to measure up to expectations created by Kyrie. Cavs fans, though, hope he does.
Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. Drummond, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
And both free throws good for Drummond. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Sexton kicks to Drummond. Passes to Osman. The 17-footer. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
He must have thought he was a jungle gym the way he was climbing all over his back. Easy call.
Yeah, that's a good one there, man. I tell you, I appreciate the effort, but he overdid it just a bit there. He needed to get called for the foul.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Terrence Ross comes in for James Ennis, and Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Yes, that goes in. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Fournier passes to Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
Fultz kicks to Fournier, and Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Cavaliers on D. Now Fultz. 5 points in the game. Clock at 4. Three-pointer on the way. It's Drummond with the rebound. And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting 43% from the floor. And Garland has it in the corner. Off target with his 3.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
Offensive rebound.
And looking at Nance, not a big-time scorer in the half-court set. So the best way to get him involved offensively is to get him out in space.
Here's Gordon. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And you remember when Aaron Gordon came into the league, Clark, some questioned whether he had the size to play the power forward position. Not anymore.
Yeah, you take a look at what's important at that position. It's about mobility, versatility, and skill set, and he certainly fits the bill nicely there. He can defend the 3 or even some 4 positions and brings a lot of energy at both ends.
Garland, no good. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Orlando. Outside Fournier. Ross finds Gordon.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
For Orlando, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
And finished off by Fultz.
Fournier very skilled at sniffing out, anticipating when to go for the steal.
Here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Ross kicks to Fultz. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Orlando shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. And the 6'7" swingman, Terrence Ross, the number 8 pick out of Washington.
Well, you know, the shooting and leaping ability of Ross, phenomenal. I mean, I think the defensive end is where he can solidify his game and really improve. He's got all the tools, though, to be an excellent two-way player.
Orlando's gone into a sub here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the 3rd. Sinks the three-pointer.
Man, I like the three-point stroke of Ross. Gets it off so effortlessly. Man, he's got terrific form.
Thompson dishes to Sexton. On the wing, Porter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
For the Magic. Ennis comes in for Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Kevin Love's checked in for Cleveland. Vucevic. Fournier for 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Sexton the pass to Love. Great D that time from Vucevic.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
For 3, Fournier buries the long-range jumper. And now it's a 9-point Magic lead.
And it looks like they left their defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
What a play.
Yeah, we saw this on display in the slam dunk contest. Gordon has some major bunnies, a creative slam dunk artist.
And so. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, the duo inside, Love and Thompson. Exum is out there with Sexton. And it's Porter at the small forward. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Magic leading by 11. Augustine looking around. Left side, Gordon. From the stripe. And there's Augustine. That's good on the assist by Gordon.
And I think this is an area where Augustine is deadly. A high percentage mid-range shooter.
To the inside. Love. It's good.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Right side, Gordon. And stolen by Love. Inside. Here's Thompson, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
The feed to Gordon. The 9-foot shot. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got his 3rd assist on the night. It's stolen by Vucevic. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. Augustine from outside. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build it.
The dish now to Gordon. Outside Fournier. Pass to Vucevic. Left side Gordon. Shot clock at 6. And Augustine kicks to Ennis. 3-pointer. And the rejection by Love. Ennis, good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Exum. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Ross is checked in for the Magic. A switch here also for Cleveland. Drummond's checked in for Nance. The wide open look here for Garland. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Garland's got it back down to single digits for Cleveland. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Ennis with the ball. Augustine passes to Ennis. Ross on the wing. Augustine with it. 3-pointer. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Exum. There's Garland. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Vucevic. And Drummond kicks to Sexton. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Magic leading by 7. Now here is Augustine. To the paint. Gordon, the pass to Ross. To the wing right side. Love grabs the board. Love's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Osman. And another miss by Cleveland. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul. And it's Ennis with the ball for Orlando. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Gordon. Rebound Love. Love's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Sexton. Gets a very good look and converts.
This is what leaders do. You gotta love seeing Sexton own these moments and coming up clutch.
It's up a 3. They get it back.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Augustine passes to Gordon. It's good.
easy to see why Gordon has the ball in these moments. He's phenomenal at coming up big.
Garland kicks to Osman. Pass to Garland. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Back to Love. Shoots the three. Here's Drummond. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within three.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dogged offensive rebounder.
Gets the first. That gives them a 4-point cushion. The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in. So it gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Garland. Drummond passes to Sexton. The shot. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within three.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
The pass to Ennis. From past the arc. Off target with that shot. And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.